Andy Serkis and Matt Reeves are bringing us Animal Farm direct to Netflix. This is a game changer. What's up, Universe, and welcome back to the web's first must-see comic and nerd culture show. Welcome to Comic YOUniverse, guys. I'm your host, as always, the kingpin of comic culture, C-Dubs, and I'm coming to you guys solo on this video to bring you guys some epic news. And some news that I think is an absolute game changer. Now, what I mean by that I'll get to. But first and foremost, the amazing Andy Serkis is going to be bringing the famous novel Animal House to cinema, if you will. But not directly to cinema. It's actually coming directly to Netflix. And why this is such a big deal, in my opinion. First and foremost, it's also being executive produced by Matt Reeves, who did the last two Planet of the Apes films starring Andy Serkis. And we all know how great those are. And how great Andy Serkis is in general, whether he's acting on his own or he's mocapping, it doesn't matter. He's fantastic. But why this is such a big deal? So earlier in the year, around Super Bowl time, we got Cloverfield Paradox that came straight to Netflix. Everyone was like, regardless of what you think of the film, everyone was like, oh my god, this is huge, right? And that's a big deal that they took it. Now, the backstory to why that came to Netflix was because the actual studio didn't think they would make the money back from it, and Netflix was offering a good amount of money up front, so they took that offer. And then a little bit later, there was a movie called Annihilation that came out, and it came out here in the States in the cinema, but everywhere else in the world, same day, debuted on Netflix. That's another big deal. Now, there is a movie called Mowgli, starring Andy Serkis, okay, which is his take on the Jungle Book. And to the untrained eye, it could be looked at that this movie looks equal to, if not better than, Disney's version, live-action version that just came out not too long ago. And as well as to the untrained eye, this could seem like a sequel to that movie. So the fact that it's going to Netflix is a pretty big deal, I think. Okay? And now that Matt Reeves and Andy Serkis are teaming up to bring Animal Farm, this classic novel about, rights, if you will. Granted, it does involve barnyard animals in place of humans, if you will. But the concept of the whole book, if you will, is equality for all, and how some believe that they deserve more than others. And this is a very hot button topic right now here, just in the States alone, let alone everywhere else. So the fact that this movie's coming out to Netflix, I think is a huge deal, and I think it's marking a turning point in cinema history. Now, before, it was just, the norm. A movie comes out, it goes to the movies, you go to the movies, you see it.
Alert from Google Chrome. New subscriber.
Oh, I appreciate the new subscriber, but I was just recording. Anyway, guys, thanks for the love. No, but seriously, if we take the time to think about this is changing the way we watch movies. Now, Netflix has been around for a while, so this is not necessarily a new concept. But even let's take Bright, with the Will Smith movie with the orcs. This movie, with such a big actor, could have made it to the movie theaters, regardless, again, of what you think of that movie, how good or bad it is, or the potential it has behind it, could have gone to the movies and could and would have made money just because of Will Smith alone. So, now the fact that Animal House is coming here to Netflix, okay, and it's such a big production, got me to thinking, today in cinema, minus the MCU, if you will, okay, studios are so afraid to take a chance on a concept. If it isn't a remake, a reboot, or a sequel to a franchise that's already been proven, it doesn't get made for the most part. Very rarely, and if a movie, okay, that is so unique, okay, or so different, it's released at low key, it's only out in the movie theaters a few weeks. I remember movies like RoboCop, okay, when that came out into the movies, or The Neverending Story when I was a kid. These are movies that were just so bizarre at the time, okay, that they were original concepts. And not every story has been told, regardless of what some people think. Netflix keeps proving time and time again that they know how to make original concepts. Now, they may not be the biggest, movie studio out there, so sometimes the effects may be a little wonky in comparison, or all of their movies are not necessarily award-winning or Oscar-worthy yet. But you got to start somewhere, and this is what I'm saying to you guys here in the universe. This, I think, is the start to something huge. I think both Amazon, Netflix, heck, even Hulu, and now that Disney has its own streaming service, DC, everyone has their own damn streaming service now. We're going to start getting a lot more original content coming directly to our homes, opposed to going to the cinema. And for me, I'm all for it, to be honest with you, because I'm not the biggest, though I love going to the movies, don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest fan of going to that concession stand and dropping another $25 just on a box of popcorn, a small bag, Skittles, and a large drink. It's just ridiculous. I can now stay at home and enjoy these movies on, my big freaking HD TV with surround sound, and just go and pay $5 at the store, get 10 bags of popcorn, buy a pack of Skittles and a 50-cent can of Coke, and I'm good to go. Okay? $6 opposed to $25, right? But no, seriously, this is going to have some long-term effects. I think as more the production value on these movies for Netflix and all these other streaming services come out and they start getting better and better in their quality, okay, their special effects and their acting, Hollywood's going to have to recognize Netflix and start nominating these films. It may start with its own subcategory, but I think in time it's going to directly compete with actual cinema. Now, this is a big deal because competition is good for everyone involved, from the consumer like you and I to every studio involved, headbutting, if you will, and all the actors trying to step up their game and who get that quick buck from making Wizard of Oz 7. Okay, that's not a thing. Or, go and do this original concept with Netflix. I mean, look at Stranger Things, man. That thing was turned down by how many Hollywood studios? Okay, how many? ABC, Fox? We don't want nothing to do with that. Netflix was like, make it happen. And look how amazing that show. It's probably the best show on TV right now. And it just goes to show you what a little trust and faith in people can do. Now, this is also going to have some negative effects as well. I think studios are going to start losing some money. People are going to lose their jobs. It's going to affect cinemas, which does suck. These kids and young adults that usually work, you find, and even older people that you find working at the cinemas, they're not going to have a need for so many employees now if they're not going to be, if that many people aren't coming to their shows. Now, AMC and a few other theaters, if you will, studios, have kind of changed their game as well, kind of adopting some of that streaming service motto, if you will. You pay X amount, you can go see it X amount of movies a week, if you will. AMC has this, it's like $20, like $19.95 a month. You can see 3 movies a week, every week. And that's not a bad deal, to be honest with you. And so they're kind of adjusting and trying to, change their game. But the way they get you is, you're going to go 3 times, but you're going to drop $25 every time you go to the concession stand, if you will. And I know it's a part of the experience, but it's just something that it's going to weigh in your pocket either which way. So like myself, I would have to pay $40 a month for me and my wife to do that streaming service with them, Plus, every time we'd go, if we did use it 3 times a week, they're making $75 a pop off of me. My average concession stand bill, comes out here in the Disney World area about $26. That's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely insane. So this is going to change the game in so many ways. And we're seeing the start of it now. And Universe, I want you guys to think about this, man. This is a game changer. And I have another thought. What if we already have some like video game studios and things like that have opened up their servers and things like that for, anyone who has Linux or any, gaming concept, if you will, to be able to create their own games and things like that. It's just a matter of time before you and I might be able to present an actual film to the likes of, let's say, Netflix. Okay, they could be the people that go, hey, send us your script. Here's what we think. All right, we're going to make it. Okay? And they could be the studio for the people. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm saying it could happen. It's just the world is changing right before our very eyes, guys, with this whole Andy Serkis bringing all of his movies to Netflix deal. And what if, he signs like an exclusive rights with like Netflix, that all the movies he makes is going to be exclusively to Netflix? Wouldn't that be just insane? But it's not out of the realm of possibilities. So I guess that's just basically everything I have on this topic. It really just blows my mind that I think we're literally watching cinema changing before our very eyes, and I don't think a lot of us are even noticing, because it's being really coy and flying right under the radar. But I'm telling you guys, keep an eye out for this. This is going to be changing Hollywood. Well, guys, until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Please, if you like the video, a thumbs up. Take a second, guys. If this is the first time you're finding out one of our videos, we do all kinds of stuff here on Comic YOUniverse. Basically, we're just huge nerds, and this is the way that we communicate to the universe, trying to build a community of real fans and real geeks and nerds, if you will, not these posers on some of these bigger channels and things of that nature that just hire actors and models to come in and bring you the news, guys. We are genuine in everything that we do here, guys. So until next time, we'll see you in the universe. Peace.